if you wake up in a tent and you got that kicking off, you know, hungover, a bit miserable, and someone's gone to the trouble of making that, come on. So summer's here and I'm gonna do breakfast on the barbecue. Why? Because I love it. Because it's an excuse to get outside, cook some beautiful sausage and bacon in a different way. So look, I've got my Weber barbecue, love this, loyal servant. I'm gonna show you how quick it is to light a barbecue. So I've got some briquettes, get yourself some charcoal, you know, whatever you can get that's best. I've got a nice chimney starter. I've got some sustainable firelighters here that are not gonna put any sort of horrible smells onto your cooking. So I'm gonna put this onto our rack. I'm gonna light it. And also, if you use one of these little chimney starters, just take it, fill it up, just sort of like 2/3 of the briquettes in there and sit this over. The bottom of the barbecue's got the air vent open, so there's airflow. About 10 to 12 minutes, we're gonna have nice heat happening, right? So that's gonna do its thing. So let's get into the lovely world of making a kebab. Let's talk about skewers. Okay, these are my favorite ones here. I got these from Greece. These ones are made by a friend. These ones, they're not even skewers, they're for fondues, but I don't know how that got in there. Wooden ones, these are typical. And actually something that I think is really romantic is using natural things. So if you take this, obviously this is rosemary, but it could be bay, anything that's got a nice stalk, just take it and then pull off the herbs. What you have here is a natural, beautiful skewer, and you can just simply sharpen this, and then you could put beautiful things on there, right? And you've got a natural sort of flavored skewer. And that might be easier for you to find. So let's do a little bit of both, but I do love that. So sausages, take a regular girthy sausage like this, and you can just give it a pinch, and with the pinch becomes a little twist, and you get a smaller sausage. You can get all kinds of different flavored sausages, but I personally, for breakfast, I don't like too much funk going on. Do you know what I mean? Like a nice Cumberland or a nice classic breakfast sausage feels like the thing that is good. But in the realms of like friends, I mean, it would be pretty classic to have tomatoes. There's some orange ones there, some red ones there, mushrooms. A little pedron fell in there. And then spring onions, shallots, onions, like whatever makes you happy. So let's kind of get into this. You do need, just as a thoughtfulness, you need a harmony of thinking that everything's gonna cook at the same time. So obviously if I put that on the side, you know, it's quite big. So the logic would be, okay, well, control your destiny by slicing the mushrooms into quarters or slices that are gonna cook in the right amount of time. Obviously, if we had a massive tomato, that's probably not gonna work, but these beautiful little cherries will. So the spring onions, I'm just gonna cut into little 2-inch chunks. The nice thing about a kebab, of course, is instead of turning lots of different things, you turn one thing. We can build up a lovely little story. So what I'm gonna do is I'll put a mushroom at the end. These, I think, might be quite robust. I'm now gonna go in with the bacon and I'll thread it in so this butts up next to our mushroom in a beautiful way. Now here's a classic mistake, right? So I now wanna put in a tomato, but I also wanna wrap this bacon around it. It's impossible, right? So what you need to do when you're skewering is go to the tip so that then you can beautifully weave things around, right? And then you push it down bit by bit. So just go through like that, we'll wrap that around again. Can you see how beautiful this bacon is? A little pepper de pedron. The seeds, weirdly, are quite edible. So I'm gonna go whole. What I might do is just trim off that little edge. So we've come to the end of the bacon story here. I'll then go in with another sausage. Then I'll go for the second piece of bacon. Then I kind of want to stick to the story. Okay, another mushroom vibe going on here. So wrap this around. You can see the common sense is that this is going to do very good things to the mushroom. Look at that, it's starting to look good, guys. On the sort of story of tomatoes, the tomatoes do blister and they sort of bust and they will put out juice. So look, I think we're kind of there. So this is the first one. I'm gonna now go to the rosemary skewer. Now common sense will tell you this is a bit more delicate. It's not as robust as a piece of metal. Let's start again with a mushroom, going with the bacon. I love cooking outside. Conker, conker, there's sausage around, come on man. Conker, sausage, sausage. So you're a bit late. Dude, when there's sausage around, normally you are like, so, look at those eyes. Tuned. So, okay, let's go back to sausage. So it is harder on the rosemary. It still works an absolute treat. You can look at that. I mean, it is a beautiful thing. And what you can do is just give it a little brush with some olive oil. Here's my rosemary that I took off. I'll do a really simple, like flavored oil Just chop that up, some oil on here like that, and just mix it up. We'll use the rosemary again as a brush and just pat this in and around. Back to the barbie. It's had about 12 or so minutes. What I'm going to do is pour the coals carefully, and you can use gloves if you want to be super safe. I like to pour them to one side. What I'm trying to achieve is a higher side of heat, which is more aggressive, obviously, because it's closer to the bars where you're going to cook. Then you've got nothing here. So very hot, medium, lower, nothing, right? So that gives you control. Let's get our bars, let that just heat through for like a couple of minutes, and that will sterilize the bars as well, so don't worry about that. You can give it a scrub if you want. And then I'm gonna just try with one. It's always good to start with one first. I'm gonna go in the middle and see how that goes. I'm gonna put some greaseproof paper over the rosemary so I don't burn it. So let's put that on the barbecue. At this sort of point in the barbecue, like we're cooking straight away, I'm just feeling out the heat. As soon as the fat starts to render, it will start poof, poof, creating little smokes and little flames. We don't want to colour this kebab too quickly because it will be raw on the inside and cooked on the outside. So take your time. So it's getting quite hot now. So I'm going to use tongs. I'm clutching the whole thing and then I can turn the whole thing.
If you're enjoying this, then please click the like button and give us some love. And don't forget to subscribe. Oh, and remember to turn on that notification bell so you know what's happening. Now, back to the recipe.
I'm pretty happy with this now. It's looking kind of good. This one I'm kind of happy with. I'm just going to pull to the side. I want to make some scrambled eggs. So let's just push these over. Get a pan on. I love the idea of like grilling and frying or boiling. Like it makes sense. I love all this. This is good. By the way, the smells. If you wake up in a tent and you got that kicking off, you know, hungover, a bit miserable, and someone's gone to the trouble of making that. Come on. Cup of tea, ketchup, bit of brown sauce, bit of chili sauce maybe, a miserable little, come and have a little go. So look, pan's heating up. Let's throw a knob of butter into the pan. I'm gonna do 6 eggs here. So whisk up the eggs, salt, pepper. Let's go in with the eggs. You can use whatever bread you want. I'm actually gonna just use a little tortilla. It's kind of nearly there now if you look. So I'll take it off the heat. I am gonna put that to one side at a slight angle. Let's just do the final sizzle up on here. Look, it's looking good. Let's get some tortillas. I just kind of want to heat them through, so I'll just throw them over the top. So we're getting there. So let's put our lovely flatbread down. Let's get our gorgeous scrambled eggs in the story. Chili sauce, Tabasco, ketchup. It's just a thing. Brown sauce, it's one of the best sauces in the world. We're gonna go in with our beautiful sizzling kebab. Come on, look at that. That's mine right there. That's mine. And this one's Conker's, but you know, give or take. The idea actually that you can have something handheld is beautiful. You know, you can use that kebab to sort of wrap around it and pull it off, right? So you have that kind of whole thing going on. Let's put some sauce in. Beautiful breakfast kebab, made with love and care. You can take some nice edible flowers, some herbs if you want, just to dress this lovely little breakfast kebab together. Look at that. Right, which way to attack this? Okay, I'm gonna clutch it. That's good, man. From behalf of me and Conker, it's really good. And that's the thing about cooking on open fire. Even like the humble mushroom, it's delicious. So there you go, look, I'm super happy. Light up the barbecue. It's not just for dinner parties and having your mates around. Like, get that heat going. It's only ever 15 minutes away, right? And even if you just use it to do some lovely veggies as a side, or just the protein on the barbie and you do the other stuff in your kitchen, like honestly, even in Britain where it rains quite a lot, that is like a gift. Because it's not just a heat source, it's a flavor source. And that I like. I can't talk anymore because I'm gonna go for another big one. But until next time, lots of love. Go on, conks, I love you.